a very creative, inspirational woman that represents Detroit in such a positive way. And people like you are the ones that we strive to bring out to our show so we can create a platform for you so you can get the recognition that you deserve.
Thanks, Leo.
So I just wanted to start off. Could you explain to me about DT Libby Publishing for us? What does it stand for again? There's a meaning behind it, right?
Absolutely. So DT Libby Publishing is actually based off of my personal motto in life, which is dare to let it be you. I believe that everybody in life is meant to be great, but first we must accept our own greatness. And, coming from Detroit, a lot of us have a lot of trouble with that, especially coming from different backgrounds and environments. But we're all meant to be great, and we just have to find what we need to be great at, how to go about it, and how to do it more, bigger, and better to inspire others.
Absolutely. See, okay. So now I want to know your life. Let's get to know Ashlee a little bit better, shall we? So you are an entrepreneur now. You're publishing your own book. Everything is going great. But in order for you to reach to where you're at right now, what are some of the obstacles you had to go through? Just give us a story, a summary of the story.
So I would call myself a hybrid creative because a lot of people are either creative or they're business minded. And throughout my life, I've had both of those things going at the same time. And it's been very difficult for me to find a way to fuse those things together where that they operate in a good way and so that I can reach and achieve some of the inspiration that I want to achieve in Detroit and outside of Detroit. So some of the biggest obstacles started, with just being a dreamer. I remember I was a very curious child, and everybody is not very supportive of that. Being from my background, African American, asking a lot of questions is not something that you that you find a lot of people encourage because there's not always time for it. So you might get the mom who tells you because I said so, and I was the child who yes. Always. Even now, I want to know why. And it's so that I know how things work and why they work. But every obstacle that I've had something to counter that. So the one person I can always remember encouraging my curiosity was my grandmother. And no matter what I asked her, it was just an amazing thing. She always had something to say about it. And I thought about it, and I was thinking about it the other day, and I said, she doesn't even have Google. My grandma does not use a computer.
She was wise.
Today, yes, just wise, very intrigued with different things, understanding how they work, and just patient. She always says she doesn't have patience, but she had a lot of patience with me growing up. And even now, I'll call her and ask her what she thinks about something, and we'll talk for an hour. It's a beautiful thing.
So take us to the journey of you realizing your dream of becoming a publisher.
So interestingly enough, I won't say my dream is being a publisher. Everything that I do stems from the desire to inspire other people. Okay. So you have your objective, the thing you want to accomplish, which is inspiring people, but you have to have tools. You have to have those tools that allow you to do that, the vehicles. And so I see the publishing company as a big vehicle because it puts out literature, but at the same time as putting out literature, it puts out inspiration, it puts out creativity, imagination, and I think it gives the community and the children of the community now something great, a great opportunity. I have 3 very diverse books published now. We have one, The Adventures of the Ruler Twins, which is basically Greek mythology, and it talks about the importance of teamwork and working together. We have Nico and the Trouble Bubble, which is about having a positive outlook when you're going through life. And that's something that a child can start to understand, at 2 years old, And we use bubbles because who doesn't love bubbles, right? Even and us little kids and us big kids love bubbles. So you like the bubbles? That's Leo's favorite book.
Yeah, good.
And then we have Thomas and Mia's Happy Tummy Hunt, which is a children's nutrition book. And so those are all very different topics, but they're important because I feel like a lot of times we segregate and segment out what health means. And to succeed in life, to be great, you have to be healthy. But the components of health are physical, mental, and emotional. And so each piece that I do speaks to at least one of those things.
Wow. So each and every one of her books, we kind of take a Dr. Seuss approach where the reason why Dr. Seuss is successful and his book being utilized generation after generation is because each of his book has a life learning lesson that he teaches. So no matter what generation you're from, you're always going to be able to relate to that. And I think that is what exactly you're doing with your book. That's, am I on the right track here?
Absolutely, it has to be relatable, otherwise it has no impact.
Okay, yeah. So what? So at first you started working for a publishing company, correct? That's how you were publishing your book at first?
Absolutely not.
No?
No, I've never worked for a publishing company, but one of my first titles, so I published Nico and the Trouble Bubble through self-publishing.
Okay.
And The Adventures of the Ruler Twins, I went through traditional publishing. And I am a supply chain major, so I'm all about efficiency. And I'm all about what's the shortest time that we can get the best information and the best method to do something. So by publishing both of those books in two different ways at the same time, I started to think maybe I could do this myself. And I'm a business background, graduated from Bowling Green State University, degree in supply chain management and international business. And at the end of the day, publishing is a business. So I said, I think I could figure this out. You know, and so Thomas and Mia's Happy Tummy Hunt, that's the first book under the that I published.
Okay. Well, let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, let's get more in depth in your book.
Okay.
We'll be right back, Urban Nation Radio World. This is Reality Tell Your Vision, episode 3. I'm sitting here with Ashlee Henderson, CEO of DT LIBY Publishing. We'll be right back.